Today I was thinking about how obsessed we are about keeping ourselves, our homes, our possessions, and even our pets clean. In the culture I come from anyway, everybody's always cleaning themselves up, making sure they're well dressed, getting their hair done. It's always about looking just so on the outside. But then I realize we pay little to no mind to cleaning and maintaining our inner selves. We spend a lot of time repressing what I call, and what Carl Jung called, our shadow selves. Those parts of ourselves we have forgotten. The parts we forget, and then forget that we have forgotten. This might be a large contributing factor to why the world seems so messed up. We don't even know who we are, and we go through life in a kind of a trance state. The lower three chakras in most people are blocked, and this means we're cut off from making contact with our higher selves. We're locked into a lower state of being, one in which we're driven by worldly and material desires. I think this is what makes us vulnerable to psychic attack by entities and by black magicians. We don't maintain good psychic hygiene and keep our energy fields clear. So how can we develop good psychic hygiene and protect ourselves from psychic attack? It is important, first of all, to understand how we become vulnerable to these kinds of attacks. Throughout the course of our present life, and taking into consideration that we have each lived many, many past lives, we have suffered various emotional, mental, and physical traumas. When this happens, we experience soul fragmentation, and this creates holes in our soul. Once our soul is weakened, we become ripe for attack by human, demonic, and other entities, which in turn causes harm to us physically, mentally, and emotionally. In order to heal these breaches in our soul, we have to resolve all current and past life traumas, and then heal the breaches that these have caused in our soul and in our energy field. This is the only way to keep further infestations from occurring. The aura is the electromagnetic energy that surrounds us. We must keep this electromagnetic energy field strong and resilient so that it is able to repel psychic attacks. One of the best ways we can protect ourselves is to stay away from using drugs and alcohol, because this is probably one of the biggest ways we make ourselves vulnerable. There's a reason why alcohol is called spirits. We can also weaken our auras and create holes through listening to certain kinds of music that is not harmonious. Engaging in occult activities can also open us up to penetration by entities if we do not protect ourselves adequately. Emotional imbalance can also open us up for attack. And in addition, we must keep our physical vehicles, our bodies, healthy and well. Sickness, anesthesia, surgery, and accidents weaken our vehicles, and this also affects our energy field. When we have interactions with people, we become subject to being influenced by their energetic fields and any psychic infections they might have. This is why it is especially important for healers to cleanse both ourselves and our environments before and after we work with people in any therapeutic environment. However, it is vital for all of us to focus on raising our vibration and personal frequency to as high a level as possible, and to set pure intentions. Physical cleansing is important, so taking a bath or a shower is a vital part of maintaining energetic health. And we can add vibrational essential oils such as frankincense, myrrh, rose, or lavender to help even more, because these are very high frequency vibrational oils. The higher the vibration and frequency a person maintains, the better the level of protection is established from psychic attack. To raise vibrational levels of the energy field, we can use cleansing, meditation, prayers, intentions, mantras, and essential oils. In the environment around us, the same effect can be achieved through incense, essential oils, crystals, music, or energetic mandalas. Quartz crystal is the best general stone to use for healing or protection. Amethyst emits a high vibration. Rose quartz promotes loving compassion. And obsidian, hematite, and jet absorb negative energy. Sound clearing is another way to raise or lower vibration and frequency both on a personal level and in the environment. Certain tones, along with intention, can work to balance, clean, and purify our environment. Two of my favorite sound tools are Tibetan crystal bowls and gongs. The tones of crystal bowls help to dissolve energy blockages and help to balance energy. Gongs have been used for centuries to purify the space around temples and monasteries. I use Tibetan gong music to help me enter trance when I do readings. Other tools that can be used to purify the environment are mantras and chants. A mantra is the Sanskrit word mantram that combines the root manas for mind with tram for protection. So the literal meaning of mantra is mind protection. My favorite mantra is Mani Padme Hum, which translates literally as "Behold the jewel in the lotus." This is the tattoo that I have written in Sanskrit on my right arm. Tibetan Buddhists believe that saying this mantra aloud or silently invokes the powerful, benevolent blessings of Chen Rizig, the embodiment of compassion. Viewing the written form of the mantra is said to have a similar effect, which is why I elected to have this inked on my arm many years ago. My tattoo is written in the Tibetan script. Originally, this mantra came from India, and as it moved into Tibet, the pronunciation changed a little bit. It is said that all the teachings of the Buddha are contained in this mantra. Other Buddhist mantras that are powerful include the Vajra Guru mantra, the Tara mantra, and the Heart Sutra mantra. In the Christian tradition, there are various sacred Bible texts that are used as mantras for protection. These include the Lord's Prayer, Psalm 23, Psalm 53, and Psalm 109. If you are interested in this tradition, I suggest you check out the book listed in the sources below called Prayers That Rout Demons by John Eckhart. Some very simple types of psychic protection include visualizing a seal of Solomon or a spinning star of David in each chakra, invoking Archangel Michael. I use this one a lot. Crossing yourself in either the traditional Catholic or Orthodox manner to invoke Christed light, and carrying or wearing a blessed amulet or other object. I have a Cintamani stone that I had wrapped so I can wear it as a necklace, and this is my Cintamani stone that I had wrapped it so that I can wear it for protection. The most common reference about Cintamani is that it is a gift to earth from the skies. In fact, evidence proves that the Cintamani stone came from the Sirius star system some millions of years ago. It happened during a galactic superwave when a planet that was orbiting Sirius A exploded and flew in all directions. Some of these fragments reached Earth after traveling through interstellar space, and I identify very, very strongly with the dog star, or Sirius. And as a matter of fact, one of my pets, one of my cats, the white one, is called Sirius B, even though we call him Siri for short, and he's named after the dog star. There may be times when a more major type of psychic protection is called for. There are various techniques for accomplishing this. One of my favorites is to invoke the violet flame. Violet flame is a much intense cleansing method that can help you release and transmute the ties of past life karmas, experiences, or situations that you may be carrying as a load in this life and that are holding you back from living a much happier, lighter, and joyful life than you are currently living. The mantra or affirmation Saint Germain has provided to us through the violet flame is for all of us to help us transmute personal, planetary, past errors or pains in any of the lifetimes and timelines through thoughts, feelings, and actions. And it is, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. There are decrees to invoke the sacred violet flame. One of these is to be repeated 9 times, and it goes, I am the violet flame, in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame, in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame, blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power, freeing everyone. And that comes out of one of the books that's also listed in the sources below, called Violet Flame to Heal Body, Mind, and Soul by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. Another technique I'll use is to call upon members of the Brotherhood of the White Lodge. The Great White Brotherhood is an organization of ascended masters who work on behalf of the highest good for all. It's a spiritual order from every culture and race, including both Western saints and Eastern adepts. These beings have transcended the cycles of karma and rebirth and ascended into the higher realms. The original channels of the White Brotherhood were Madame Helena Blavatsky and Alice Bailey of the Theosophical Society, Arthur Godfrey King, who channeled Saint Germain in the I Am discourses, the I Am Foundation, and Mark Prophet and Elizabeth Clare Prophet of Lighthouse Summit, who channeled the White Brotherhood. Dion Fortune, who was born Violet Mary Firth on December 6, 1890, was a British occultist, ceremonial magician, novelist, and author. She was a co-founder of the Fraternity of the Inner Light, an occult organization that promoted philosophies which she claimed had been taught to her by spiritual entities known as the Ascended Masters. In her book, Psychic Protection, which is listed in the sources below, this esoteric magician describes a protection ritual called the Blessing of Salt and Water. In this ritual, salt and water are consecrated for bathing or cleansing. Dark entities don't like salt. I personally find the use of Himalayan pink salt in the large crystalline type good for keeping rooms free from dark energies and entities. I sprinkle it along windowsills and sometimes carry along a little bag of it with me. One of the best sources of information on psychic protection is the book Prayers for Healing and Protection by Dr. Shakuntala Modi, MD, a psychiatrist. Dr. Modi accidentally discovered through hypnotherapy with her clients that the roots of a lot of physical and mental illness are rooted in entity attachments, either by earthbound entities or dark and demonic entities. Dr. Modi says that light beings came to her aid in assisting clients during spirit releasement therapy. These light beings gave her suggestions and techniques for protection that she writes about in her book, Remarkable Healings. According to the angels and light beings, almost every human being is open for demonic attacks, except a small number who have a special divine purpose and have a special bubble around them that totally protects them. These individuals are totally shielded internally and externally. Based on the suggestions provided by the light beings and angels through different clients, Dr. Modi put together a daily protection prayer to be used at least twice daily in the AM and again in the PM. And it goes, I pray to God to please cleanse, heal, shield, and protect me, all my family members, friends, co-workers, and all our surroundings, such as our homes, workplaces, cars, and places of recreation, and everything in them and miles around them, from Satan, all of his demons, all human beings under their influences, and all the foreign entities, dark shields, dark energies, dark connections, and dark devices. Please fill, shield, protect, and illuminate all of us and all our surroundings with your love and light as long as our souls exist, and bless us, enlighten us, balance us, transform us, and guide us in the right direction. Please keep us loving, giving, caring, forgiving, and humble all the time. Please cleanse, heal, balance, and open up all of our energy centers and channels of communication with the light as needed, and cover and protect them when not needed. I form an intent not to be possessed and influenced by any spirits, and reject all the works of Satan, his demons, and humans under their influence. I also form an intent to accept the works of God and achieve God's purposes, and to achieve my goals and purposes that I planned in heaven by dedicating my life to God. Another technique I use is one I learned from reading a book by an Orthodox rabbi named Ariel bar Tzadok. That book is called Protection from Evil, Exposing and Neutralizing Harmful Spiritual Forces. This technique is very simple and effective, although he gives many other techniques also in the book. But this simple one is to ask Archangel Michael to be on the right side, Archangel Gabriel to be on the left side, Archangel Uriel to be in front, and Archangel Raphael to be behind, and God on top. All of the sources I have mentioned here are very good for cleansing and establishing psychic protection. And in addition, I will post a hypnotic recording that I created that is a kind of a spiritual detox.